We're getting out here. Zzz, zzz. Gang, gang. What's going on?
Yo, yo.
4G Audio Podcast. You already know what it is. I'm Styles the Prophet.
And I'm B Show.
And I'm Jonesy.
You can't see him, but he can
I'm here.
see
I'm
you.
always here.
He's the magic man making it all happen.
Yeah.
And tonight we are with
Us.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Sorry to let y'all down.
Ooh. Yeah.
But you stuck with us.
About to
Thanks
get
for
into
tuning
this
in.
shit.
We love all y'all.
So what's good? What's new in the world of Styles the Prophet and
Yeah.
B Show?
Smoking some fucking apricot head with some chemo shatter from Intergalactic Gardener.
Damn.
Yo,
Shout
that-
out.
Yeah, and that apricot head, man, that's tasty.
Oh man.
Yeah?
Fuck. Yeah.
Mighty
super good.
fine.
Smells like diesel. I find like that hint of diesel. Not like diesel the strain, like diesel the gas.
Gas, yeah.
Do we have any of the purple stuff to show off?
Ooh.
Oh, I might.
I think I have
Nuggets.
some actually upstairs.
I don't know. If
This is some
I got a bunch left.
wild looking weed.
I don't know if these nugs will show on.
Where'd you get from Grassroots?
No, secret.
Yeah.
Somewhere down the line, I know the guy.
A professional. A friend of a friend of mine.
Yeah. The dude, buddy guy. It's mighty purple. You should put it next to a nice green bud just so you can see the differences.
True that.
It's like the purplest weed I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, it's straight up. We fool anyone.
Super duper purple.
Very.
I think you can see it. Tropicana cookies. Or tropical cookies?
Tried to give you a good look. I don't know. They shorten it to Trop Cookies. I don't know if it's Tropicana Cookies or if it's just Trop Cookies or Tropical Cookies.
It's whatever you want it to be.
But it's purple as fuck.
And it's tasty as fuck.
Almost
Too.
Yeah.
black.
We got into that fucking backwoods earlier.
Mighty tasty.
Oh, that's what was in that? The backwoods?
Yeah.
So when was the last time that we that it was just us on here?
Holy fuck.
Episode 11.
Oh, yeah?
Knows it to a T. Episode 11.
I don't even know if that's right. I'm just throwing
You
it out
might
there.
you might be
You
right.
said it
on
with enough
that.
conviction.
Yeah, you might be
I
right.
I'm just gonna check it out right now just to see if I'm right.
I'm going to go with 7, actually, because I think that was the one we had the Aaron Cohen interview.
Yeah.
Exclusive Ottawa interview.
That was our last one. The
Alone?
one where we showed that interview?
Maybe, yeah. Why not?
Damn. It could have been. I'm just saying, like, that feels like a lifetime ago almost.
Yeah, we're on number 28 now.
Yeah, and we've connected with so many people.
It's
Thank you all.
14, I think it was.
What?
It's just the
14?
three of us. Yeah.
The episode after Trip.
Yeah.
Trip's
that's
first
right.
one.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Shout out Trip.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Anyways,
Lots has happened since,
cheers,
yeah?
motherfuckers.
Yeah, cheers, boys.
Clink.
4G Audio Basement Weirdos
Nice.
coming at ya.
Oh,
Yeah, so I think we've performed our first show since then.
Mhm.
We have
Met
Well,
a lot of dope fucking.
yeah, we've connected with a
people on here.
lot of
Oh,
dope Ottawa artists. Shout out to Mr. Jones and World Peace Jesus for putting us on that show.
put some shadow on my fucking.
Damn. But yeah, man, for sure. It's been a roller coaster so far.
Absolutely.
Fucking right. Fucking smoke alarm went off. 420?
Yeah. That's right. And
That was
we've
good
only been
stuff.
going since February.
We should do that every year now. Smoke alarm, fucking.
Smoke alarm challenge.
Yeah, the annual smoke
Yeah.
alarm.
420,
fucking 420.
420 smoke alarm challenge.
That's right.
Yeah. The door closed. Yeah, fucking right. Thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
subscribe.
Fucking right,
Hit that
yeah.
hit that like button.
Hit that red button.
Thanks to everybody who already subscribes.
Yeah, we love you all.
You are fucking true haters.
That's what's up. Shout out to all of our haters too.
Yeah.
We love you as well.
Can't forget them.
Nothing but love.
It's all love here in the 4G Audio Podcast.
I don't know. I've never heard of a hater though. I don't think.
No.
Just a minor supporter, I suppose.
That's it. Miscommunication. Gang.
So how about them lists?
How about them lists?
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you guys think about them lists?
First one I heard of, I can't remember, was like Sway. Not Sway. Who's the other guy? Somebody, anyways, one of the fucking radio things. And, well, whenever they brought it up there, someone was bitching about it or whatever, and they're like, oh, all these lists. I was like, what fucking list? And then,
It's funny how it all just
Someone
happens
was-
at the same
Yeah.
time.
oh yeah, and then someone was bitching about it in Ottawa, and I was like, fuck, why are they bitching about these big lists, you know? And then all of a sudden I saw the one in Ottawa and shit.
Yeah, the auto
Yeah.
list. So the big one, I think. So the one I heard anyway. I don't know who made the list.
It was a fellow hip hop podcast actually, but they are located in the States somewhere. I don't know the exact.
Yeah, but it was
location.
actually like,
So they put Jay
somebody
Z
big, wasn't
on
it?
number 1,
It was Jay-Z 1,
Nas number
Nas
2.
2, and
Joe
Joe Budden
Budden.
3rd. Now let's
Uh,
just talk about that.
I don't
for a
know,
second.
man. The only thing I have to say though is I actually kind of like Joe Budden.
Oh,
But
fair
to
enough.
be the
but the third
third-
most influential rapper, like out of top 50,
No,
putting
I agree
like
with that.
Yeah.
like
but-
Eminem down at like 15 or something, like
He was-
Pac down at like 12,
Pac
Biggie at
wasn't
8
even on,
or something.
Pac wasn't on the list.
No,
No,
shit, that's
Yeah,
even worse.
it is worse. Pac wasn't even on the list.
Fuck
It's
bullshit.
just nonsense.
Yeah.
But whatever, man. Like,
Shitty list,
big
in my
Big
top
opinion.
5.
but at the same time, like,
That's what it is. It's all opinion based.
yeah, whatever. Fuck it.
My opinion is that list sucks.
If I was given my list, it would be tough to say, but Eminem would definitely be at the top for a lot of reasons. Just the rhyme schemes, how he could rhyme, the content he put out, and then on top of all that, there was about 3 different personalities to Eminem as well. You know,
Yeah, he was
different
always spitting accents.
accents,
and, like,
and just he elevated rap to its full potential. All in one person.
Definitely was
At the right
but see,
time
like-
too, I must admit.
But see, like, another thing too about all that kind of shit is like, I fucking always like forget about
Yo.
shit, like, or like about rappers and shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So like, I could fucking spend the next 3 weeks on like a fucking list top 50 or something. You know what I mean? But I know for a fact, like, a year later or whatever, however long later, a week, a year,
Yeah.
I'll hear a fucking song from like Cassidy or something. You know what I mean? I'll be like, oh fuck, I forgot about Cassidy. You
Yeah.
know, or like fucking even like Nas, man. Fucking even whenever one of you guys just said Nas was like
Yeah.
number 2 or whatever, it was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, Nas is a rapper. You know, like I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. So like I you know what I mean? I forget about shit. So I could
Yeah.
easily fucking sit there and spend all this time to make a list, but later I'm gonna go, oh yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Then
that
you,
would bump that guy off of the
Yeah,
list.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
you have all of the rappers on a piece of paper. I would literally sit there for days trying to
Oh,
rank them.
fuck.
You know what I mean?
Well, then me, I'd be
'Cause
so
they all-
thorough. I'd be like, wait,
yeah.
I didn't really fuck with this guy too much. So I started going like studying and listening to music from them and shit.
Mm.
And then I'm like, now it takes me like fucking 3 years to make this
Yeah.
50-person list.
And it depends where you're looking. If you're looking back when hip hop started, well, there's
Well, it's just it too. Like, you know how many
Exactly,
people they
like-
forgot?
yeah,
You know,
man.
or
That
like, yeah,
paved the
I
way for certain techniques and styles.
Yeah,
you know, and
KRS would be up there for me.
Fucking
Like,
right.
up there,
Rain
man.
Man,
KRS One is
yeah,
top
that'd be
5
up
But that's
there.
just it
Sure.
too. Like even whenever I first was seeing the like whole hype thing about the list or whatever, I was kind of thinking like, what, like what's the criteria for this list? Like,
yeah.
does it have to be like they're like actively putting out music right now, or like anybody?
Yeah.
Like, are they alive?
Yeah,
only,
usually
it's
or,
like top-
is it anything?
Top 50 alive or dead, most influential rapper, right? Like, if we're putting out criteria, like,
Yeah.
most
What-
influential to, like, the culture and, like,
You would
the,
have to.
the hip hop game, you know what I mean? Like,
If
But
you-
yeah.
that's the thing.
if
Is
you
like,
were
that
to
makes
do-
a big like You know what I mean? Like that makes a big
list.
like.
And
Well, I was just saying, it makes a big difference. Like,
Well, that's why you narrow it down to top 50, right? And like,
yeah, but if you're saying influential, so like
that's another thing too.
we're not.
Is like,
That's not talking skill. That's talking. You know what I'm saying? Like KRS-One was so good with his rhyme schemes and storytelling. You
'cause
know what I mean? And
technically,
being real.
Riff
like
Raff is an influential rapper. Technically,
he
you know
would.
what I
You
mean?
could almost say he influenced the new wave. The
Yeah.
fucking completely just jeweled out.
yeah,
You know, tattoos everywhere, looking wild. But yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Like KRS-One added that,
Oh
like the
man,
storytelling and all that, and then like Big Pun, man. He like it says it in his name. Like he's all about the puns and the metaphors
Yeah.
and
You
and
see,
all.
man, I just saw a picture of Big Pun and Fat Joe.
Yeah,
Looked like Fat Joe was holding the umbrella over Big Pun, and like Fat Joe was a pretty big dude, and like maybe bigger at some points than others. He's a big dude either way.
yeah.
And so obviously this is like back when Pun was alive or whatever. Pun is like 2 times the fucking width
Yeah, he's a big man.
of Joe, but Fat Joe's wearing like big like fucking fur coat, like and he's a big dude, right? So he's standing there like probably like a little bigger than me.
Yeah,
And then this guy's standing there like literally I'm talking 2 times the size of fucking Fat Joe, like width wise. Like I'm like, oh my
Crazy.
god, man, this guy was actually fucking huge.
that's a big
Yeah.
dude.
But I saw his face though, and I was like, man, I totally recognize him.
which one is he up there?
But because Big Pun, I'm just trying to think. He might be up there, but Big Pun and Big L are two rappers that I
Big Al, I was gonna
totally don't
mention.
know what they look like.
Yeah,
But
they
but I know
influenced.
yeah.
Heavy.
Well, I remember Gangstar. Fucking, they got the Big L, rest in peace at the start of one of their songs, and then there was a song. Fuck, I'm bad with this. I'm almost embarrassed, but about how the way I'm gonna say this, but there was a song from Big L that one of my buddies he used to always listen to Big L, and there was like one song 100% that I used to like always fucking jam.
Yeah.
Forget where I'm even going. Oh yeah. Like so, I always knew who they were and shit, but I didn't know what they looked like.
Yeah, I would say the same. Like I've definitely read about them, heard their stuff, but it wasn't like never dug into it like I probably should have, you know what I mean? Or like with other artists. It was just other artists from their era I cling to more. Biggie
Yeah.
Pac, obviously. Who could I say was another one? I listened to a lot of Nas as well, but as for old school, I guess it was more the mainstream guys, Dre, like, but
I just listened to a cool like podcast actually with Nas as the guest.
what was the podcast?
Drink Champs, Nori.
That's who does it.
Yeah.
Nori?
Yeah.
No way, I love Nori.
Yeah, he's dope.
By the way, I just had to say this. Rest in peace, Guru.
Yeah.
Sorry, I brought up Gangster. I had to say
Well,
that.
yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so like you're sitting down with Nas and they're just talking about all the.
Wait, so
back
Nori
in-
has a show?
Yeah, man, he has a podcast, Drink Champs.
Yeah. Everybody's
Subscribe
got a
that shit.
fucking podcast.
Sweet. Sorry, man, I cut you off there.
No, it's all good. Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
It was just he
Oh, that's sick though.
listened to the episode with Nas. He's
See, and like,
talking about like those old school sort of like how he came up, like who he came up with, and like
Yeah.
I
it's
could
good shit.
be like, speak like, you know what I mean? Like, I could be speaking before I think here, but I honestly think that it seems like there's a lot more. Like a lot of these rappers are from New York and shit, right? And like, I like the ones that we were just naming, basically.
Yeah.
And I noticed, I almost want to say that it seems like there's more rappers from New York than LA kind of thing. And no, not more in number, but like more, it seems like when you think back to like, say, the 90s, you're like, nah, fucking, what else do we mention? But
Biggie.
like, yeah, Biggie,
Jay-Z.
Wu-Tang,
Well,
fucking,
not in the 90s.
but again, now I'm fucking, look, I just named like 3, but point is I feel like there was a lot more.
They had
Well, like MLP, Mobb
it
Deep,
started in
fucking,
New York, man.
it's
It
all
did.
exactly. I feel like there's a lot more. Maybe what I'm trying to say is there's a lot more influential rappers.
Yeah.
At that time, at least.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll
Yeah.
say because definitely there's a lot more like random rappers from LA now.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like when we think of like that old school rap task, like that 90s kind of
Boom
shit, right?
bap.
Is all like fucking Mos Def. Fucking, you know
Yeah.
what I
Right,
mean? And
right.
like
Yeah.
shit like that, right? So
Rock
it's
him.
a lot of that shit, yeah, like New York fucking rap.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that has to do with what we were talking about, but I just kind of came to that conclusion that
Yeah.
you see that more
Yeah.
like
It definitely, well, it came from New York, you know, like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five.
okay, yeah.
I want to say like that is about as at the beginning we could get almost. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
no,
If
but
you've
then
ever
you got-
seen The Get Down on Netflix,
But if you know who fucking
but-
Curtis Blow is?
yeah,
Curtis Blow.
Curtis
Totally,
Blow.
he's part of
the
all that.
person. He made the first. I don't know if it was the first hip hop song ever, or if it was the first hip hop video ever. But the song was, fuck. I think it might just be called Breaks.
Breaks,
or
yeah,
These
these
Are
are
the
the
Breaks or
Breaks,
something, and it
yeah.
was. Breaks on a car, breaks on a
breaks.
bus.
Yeah.
Talking about
Yeah, man.
these are the
That's
breaks,
in,
and that was the first either hip hop song or hip hop video.
Yeah, you're right. The book, I actually did like a book review on the podcast in the early times. You guys remember
I
that?
do remember that.
It was the hip
now that you
hop
mention
book.
it.
That's where I know that knowledge. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that is in that book about Curtis Blow.
Okay, yeah.
I really wish right now off the top of my head I could remember more names from that. Rakim, obviously, Grandmaster Flash, KRS-One, you know. But man,
Was
going,
KRS-One New York?
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
sure,
I think
Oh
so.
fuck yeah! You
Yeah.
almost have to hear it in his fucking sound.
Yeah, even just how, you know what I mean? How like DJs started hip hop, like Grandmaster Flash with the crayon line
Crayons, yeah.
technique, you know, and just things back then, man. And then what was it with the tape too? They would press tape together.
Oh, like, well, they used to record if they were recording on
Recording.
reels, right? Like they used to record like directly to tape.
Yeah.
So
and
if
they
like if
had
you're ever
to
doing
add-
a recording
yeah.
and you fuck up,
yeah,
it's recorded directly to tape. So if you wanted to edit that, you would literally have to cut out the part that in
Of
the
that
tape that's
tape.
fucked up and
Yeah.
then splice it together literally and then keep the reel going.
Could you
so-
imagine?
Man,
No
oh,
Pro
fuck.
Tools and shit like that, right? Like,
Like
it's-
real shit. Like
Yeah.
that's like surgery right there.
no
you
doubt,
know?
man. I couldn't
Yeah.
imagine working like that.
Dude, that's tedious shit. I can't believe that. And
That's
they
how,
those
that's how I
guys
used to record. Well, like not cutting it up like that, but that's how I used to record rap sometimes.
Hmm.
Is I had that same like Tascam thing over there, the
yeah, the four track, yeah.
and I would have the beat playing because you could record something onto it, but then like turn it so that it's just playing that track while you're recording on the other track.
Hmm.
So I would play the beat that I like recorded through a microphone onto like from a speaker to a microphone to the fucking thing. Then I would just play that track and rap on track 2, and then you could record them both together onto track 3, and then
Yeah.
you had your fucking like thing.
yeah, yeah. that's
That's-
fucking the old school.
And I would
Yeah.
go like, and I'd get right to that spot and be like, okay, I got to jump in here.
Yeah. Yeah. I have an Eminem book that he wrote. It's like it's an autobiography. Yeah,
It's about cars and
said
shit.
that right?
Yeah, autobiography.
No, yeah, no. It's just him telling his story,
He's
and
a little fucking wonky. So I've just been holding it down, kind of.
alright. But yeah, he talks about the same thing. Him and D12, they all lived in a house together, and they would record on a 4-track. And I'm pretty sure even the like EP version of the Slim Shady LP, like the EP version, it like there was a version that came out that was only I think 6 tracks. And
Okay.
it was this one that I'm almost certain he recorded it on the parts of it on the 4-track. And if I'm mistaken about that, then I may be right about Infinite. But him
Hold
and
on.
D12 as a whole, though, they would all the recordings up until, you know, Eminem made it, and then he fucking pulled them all out, and they made their albums together, the 2 albums. But yeah, that's a good book to read too. It's called The Way I Am, Eminem. He wrote it himself. That's
The
a
Way I
really good
Am.
book.
Fuck, man. man.
If you want to
Yeah.
know about M&M's, the best way to learn.
Yo, man, you want to hear something fucked up?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So did I tell you a story about this?
I'm
What is
pretty
it?
sure you ate that on this podcast.
Yeah,
no?
it's 500 milligram gummy bear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I got it at that store. And fucking, I went back in there. And I was like, hey, I literally, basically, my whole point there was to get that. And I'm like, hey,
We should tell that story, by the way.
the fucking what?
The lost episode.
Mm-hmm.
The lost episode story.
We have a lost episode.
All right, you
Shout
gotta
out Jay David.
You gotta remind me about this story then. So I'll go to that. So, all right, let's go back a step. So I got this fucking gummy bear. It was pretty big. You guys might have seen it on the Instagram. Some people voted for me to eat it. Some people voted me for not eating it. But point is I ate it before the episode, or as we were starting the episode. We had Jay David in the house. Shout out Jay David. And thanks for being a fucking good sport. So we had him here, and I ate the gummy bear, and we did the podcast. And I will say there was a couple parts that were pretty funny because I ended up being pretty fucked up off the gummy bear. But right when we were about to fucking get him to spit some fire and close out, the computer crashed.
Yeah.
And fucking the file was there, but we couldn't retrieve the file to like make it a video again.
It was all corrupt.
And yeah, it was a corrupt file. So we lost the fucking gummy bear thing. We lost the Jay David. However, Jay
Gold
David came
content.
again.
Yeah. Pulled through.
Thank you.
Yeah, much appreciated.
But yeah, no, I will say there was a couple funny things. I remember, fuck, at one point I was gonna go fucking lay down because I was feeling pretty fucked up. But so the other story is though so I went to the fucking store and I was like, where's the fucking this company makes other edibles, right? I just held out the bag and I was like, and Buddy's like 500 milligram gummy bear. I'm like, yeah. He's like, we're probably not getting it again.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, oh shit, no way, that sucks. He's like, yeah, we're trying not to like appeal to that crowd. And I'm like,
I want to get fucked
what?
up.
I'm like, oh really? I'm like, well, that's like me.
Yeah.
You
Where
know, and like-
does that put me?
Yeah, like I'm a good customer, and like we,
Could you just buy like a bunch of fucking smaller
No.
gummy bears and like melt them together
But then it's
into
more
one gummy
expensive.
bear?
But then it's more expensive
Mhm.
True.
because like each pack I think is like $12 with 100 in it or 80 maybe, and so you'd have to get like a bunch of packs, and that was
gotta-
25.
Do it for the content,
But
bro.
no, so listen to this though. I went and the guy said that we're not, and I was almost offended. I was like, well, wait. I'm like, like what the fuck, like you literally, and the guy knows me pretty well. I go in there a lot, and he basically said like he even described like the type of people they're not trying to appeal to, and I ended up being
That person.
in that category or whatever. So I'm just like, are you telling me straight up like you don't want me to come here anymore? But next thing though is I'm sitting at my buddy's house and I'm telling him that story. And he goes, what if I told you I was just in Golden Lake and I fucking went there and bought those? I'm like, shut up. He pulls them out of his bag. He had 2 of them
The 500 milligram
From the same
bears?
spot.
from the same store. And I'm like, shut up. And he said, he's like, because he doesn't usually like going there. He fucking calls them mean names and stuff.
Fuck.
But he went there and got those. And fucking, so I was just like, what the fuck, man? Like, that's fucked up. And he's like, they have them at like another store too. And he's like, but they're more expensive. I'm like, yeah, like, I want them from there. But anyways, so I was a little bit like, what the fuck? I'm like,
Yeah.
why did we even have that conversation that day?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck. Rude, just rude.
Crazy.
What? But no, I just thought of that because I saw the package. And I will say, if you ever see these choice edibles, it's called. I don't know. But they have 500 milligram gummy bears, like big, like that big.
Yeah, it's
And
massive.
it was really hard to chew, and it got me pretty high. So
Go and
and it's
grab
like-
one today.
You could just bite the head off and get fucked.
yeah, you can just like eat the limbs and stuff, and yeah, like if
Like-
you're like a normal person. Yeah, for small children and regular sized adults. I think that every day I put on my socks. I'm like, these are for small children and regular sized adults.
Yo, so you were recently on another podcast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about that
So
and who they are?
all right. So okay, I was looking for apps for podcasts, and I found one called Castbox, and you can like live stream right onto it, and you can upload shit, or you can like record your files and store them there, and like post them and stuff. But then you can go into the community and just look for the live, like what's going on live and stuff, or like what people will schedule episodes and stuff. So
Mm.
they'll be like, you can see who's coming up and whatever. But it's all like you can do it through. They said the guy told me you can do it through the computer, and you can do it through the computer as well. But they were all like, most people are doing it on their phone, right?
Yeah, of course.
And whenever you pull it up, it's like it's just like a chat. There's a whole bunch of people chatting, and then there's just a guy talking. And but then there's a button you can call in, and like so then you can just like talk to them as well. And so I was like, whatever, I'll go for a tour and fucking listen to this guy talk. And like, so it was just this I think his name on there is like Alvin, all caps with like a whole bunch of exclamation marks.
the
But
chipmunk.
yeah. But sounds like a cool guy. But he does one I think he does one like every day. But anyway, so he's like talking and stuff, and he's going to get. He said he was driving to go get food, and then I was like messaging him because he shouted me out or whatever. So then I was messaging him and like trying to get like answers about this fucking app and how it works and stuff.
Yeah.
And so then the guy, I was like, well, wait a sec, why don't I just fucking like call in, you know?
Mm.
So then I called and I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? How's it going? Whatever. So
That's
then we're
sick.
talking. And so I was asking him, you know, about the computer shit. Like, you put it on the computer. Like, we want to run all of our like stuff through it, you know. Anyways, we chatted for a bit, and then he's like, my buddy's calling and whatever. So he got on with this other dude. So there's like we're three-way
people,
calling,
yeah.
Yeah.
And so then the other dude's like explaining some shit to me, and the guy Alvin, he's like, okay, guys, I'm just gonna like put it on mute or whatever. He's like, I'm just gonna get some food. So he like went into KFC or something, he said, and went and got some food. But
Some of that fried chicken.
while this was going on, so me and this other dude, I don't know, Wayne or something, or fucking Jeremy, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying names now. But anyway, so me and him, we're just chatting about shit, and then he's like, hey, sorry guys, I gotta go. Like, I just got to work, like whatever, I gotta get off the thing. And so we're all like, yeah, or I was like, yeah, like, see ya, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I realized I'm like, I'm the only
You're
one
just hanging
here
out by
now.
yourself.
Yeah.
And the other guy was like on mute, right? So I'm like, oh shit, what do I do? And like he can hear it, right? I guess if he has headphones or whatever.
Yeah.
He's just
But-
like his microphone is on mute. So
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
like,
So I'm like, all right, hello, and like no
Yeah.
one's there. So I'm like, yeah. Anyways, yeah. I'm like, I'm Styles the Prophet from 4G Audio Podcast and whatever. And I'm like, Alvin's
Plug.
like eating and shit and whatever. I'm like, I'm new to this and blah 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 whatever. And so like people are like chatting and shit.
just
That's
hijacks
sick.
his podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I'll go and like I'll get a notification he's doing one, and I'll pop on and like start watching it. And he's like, "Oh, Styles the Prophet."
Yeah.
The one day he was calling me Styles the Podcast, and I don't know if it was like as a joke, or if he just was like reading it really quick.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
Styles
that's
the
actually a hard
podcast.
one. Yeah, it could be either or. You never know.
but yeah, he does like it's pretty basic. Like he's just fucking talking. Like it's not really like
It's just
any,
him.
Yeah, and it's not like any specific thing.
Doesn't
and,
do
like, and-
reviews or nothing.
No, like most of it's just him driving around, and he's just like,
Basically,
I'm going
he-
here and doing this, and like,
he just-
oh, this person said this, and like he's just talking, you know.
Sounds like a
It's like a
basically
blog,
of his
yeah.
life. Yeah.
I'm
But,
good on that. I'm good.
But
But man, you'd be surprised how many people have success just doing that.
It's true, man.
for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and like he was saying, he's like, it's like living in a small town, and that's what made me call in, is because he's like, yeah, it's like, he's like, if anybody knows what it's like in a small town or whatever, he's like, it's like that. He's like, because you go to different podcasts, and you'll see people from other podcasts, or
Yeah.
like, you know, that were commenting on other ones.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, he said that, and the one I was listening to right before him, there was this girl that was like, "Hey, it's my birthday," or whatever. Sadie Mae, I think her name was. Anyways, fucking. Then whenever I was listening to him, she's like, "Hey, fucking, it's my birthday." I'm like, "Hey, it's the same chick."
Yeah.
And he was talking about the small town thing, and I'm like, "Let me tell you about small towns here, real quick."
Yeah. I'd be posted up in one right now.
Oh shit. We gotta do some shit.
Bless you. Yeah, you should
Shout out to the
three
one
times.
time.
3 times,
Yeah,
like a ritual.
definitely a fit.
I used to only have 3 sneezes, like literally every time I remembered ever sneezing, it was only 3 until like I think like somewhere in the mid-20s or something. And I fucking not only did I start sneezing more, but like I started sneezing like louder and shit. It's weird.
Crazy fact of the day.
People like in high school and shit, people used to be like, "You sneeze like a girl," because I'd have these little like, "Achoo, achoo," you know, and like now,
Trying
man,
to
it's just
suppress
like,
it. It's like
Yeah.
buddy, like Brad we used to work with. He'd be like, "Ah, bro!" Like, he'd,
yeah,
fucking
just
like
let her
yell.
go.
oh, and sometimes my last one, like I'll be like, "Achoo, achoo, achoo, achoo," whatever, and then all of a sudden I'll just be like, "Ah," like it's
I
just like
can't
an
hold them in,
explosion,
man.
man. Well, I don't hold them in, like
Yeah.
I'd even because.
No, I wasn't saying
Well,
that.
no,
but
no,
yeah.
yeah, but like people would say that, like, "Oh, you're probably holding it in or whatever." I'm like, no, like I'm even like, you know, like you see shit flying in my nose and stuff, like
Yeah.
I'm not holding it in. Like, but but yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
just
supposed to be
can't.
bad for you if you hold it in.
Yeah,
Did you know a sneeze comes out?
like miles
is-
per hour, bro.
This is
like
the
a lot.
This is the number that I've always
I
said.
think 75.
I was gonna say 120 miles per hour,
wouldn't
but
doubt.
maybe it was they were talking about it in kilometers.
Yeah.
But which would be around
70.
75
would.
or something. So, but point is, I always said 120 miles, and it was one of those things. I saw it on one of those things where it's like,
Apparently, it's about 100 miles per hour.
okay, yeah. So it was like, you know, like Popular Mechanics for Kids or something. Like it was some like kids show. You know how sometimes before they go to commercials, they'd be like, you know, like, did you know this? Or they'll
Yeah,
ask
like-
a question and give you like the multiple choice or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like one of those things, and I remember that just like stuck in my head. Obviously not good enough, but but that's crazy though. I mean, you know what I mean? Like
Mm,
I would have never bet money on that.
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Okay, so hold on. Just doing a little bit of reading here. So it says, mainstream understanding is that a sneeze is 100 miles per hour or 45 millisecond miles per second. I don't know what that is. However, this isn't even
Meters
close
per
to
second?
being true.
Oh,
Apparently.
shit.
How can they actually prove that though?
So what I say is a study in 2013,
Gotta catch a piece of
and there's a
snow.
link. I clicked to the link, but I can't. I'm just reading what it says here. They conducted where they investigated the airflow dynamics of sneezing and breathing and discovered that the highest velocities of a sneeze are actually around 10 miles per hour.
Huh.
So 10 times less than 10 miles per hour
I don't
actually
believe
makes
that.
sense. Yeah, it makes sense though if
You
you think
think?
about it. Yeah.
Man, though, when you sneeze, like literally, it's like, and it's like
But 100 miles an hour, like you just
100 miles an hour.
imagine
is
100 miles an hour wind coming out of your face.
Well, like, how
sneezing.
do you fucking
like,
judge that though?
10
you
miles
know
an hour
what I
makes
mean?
sense.
Put a ping pong ball in your
You know-
mouth and sneeze.
I'm not
Alright,
I'm not
okay.
a scientist, but I'm just
No,
reading what
yeah.
it says here.
No,
and
no, I know, yeah.
I'm sure the study is.
But at the
is
same time,
correct.
too, like I always thought that seemed like a fucking crazy amount. But it was on like Popular Mechanics for Kids or some shit, or like Arthur or something.
It's like the 10% of the brain. Like when people are like, "Oh yeah, people only use 10% of the brain." It's like not actually true.
We were talking about that recently,
Yeah.
you and I.
Why you use less or more?
Well, you would think that you wouldn't be using only 10 because
You use 100% of your brain.
Yeah,
like your brain is there.
Yeah,
you use all of it. You just don't use it all at
there's
the same time.
certain areas of your brain for certain things, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the left side and then there's the right side, like creative and logic. So like, yeah, I don't know. You have to be using more than 10, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Your brain is like utilized. Like you utilize all of your brain.
Mhm.
Like you just don't use
Not
it
at
all
the
at the same
same
time.
time.
Yeah.
Are you
So-
guys arguing with scientists?
No.
Oh,
I'm
we argue
agreeing-
with scientists all the time,
agreeing with
right, Ben?
I'm agreeing with the science.
I just
Yeah, no, for sure.
You don't use 10% of your brain. You use all of it, and the sneezes are only apparently 10 miles an hour.
That like
You're gonna debate it, Brandon?
I
Let's
could debate
test
it
it.
because think about it. So just think about when you're driving.
Googled it. They know.
Let's test it. Let's go find the cops.
Yeah.
Let's set up an appointment
Let's
with
get
the
a-
cops.
let's
And
get a
no, I'm
radar.
serious. There's another
Yeah.
video right there.
If I gotta like run you through my logic, so I'm thinking about a car traveling at 100 miles.
Yeah, miles an hour.
So 100 miles an hour is fast. I'm definitely thinking kilometers even, but you're standing there still. Car goes by you, like probably how fast when it's doing 100. You know what I mean? It's just like
Probably
vroom,
100.
right? So whenever you sneeze, though, bro, like literally when you sneeze, it's like
True. Yeah, true. But I mean,
it seems like
it's like air velocity, right? It's like so a car traveling at 100 miles an hour is a vehicle traveling at 100 miles an hour, and it's going fast. Sure.
yeah.
But like they're talking about the velocity of the
So, like-
airflow that
Oh,
comes
that's
out
how they
of
would
your
test
mouth.
it, is by a blow thing.
Yeah, right. So like
okay.
so 100 mile. That's why I say 100 mile an hour wind coming out of your mouth is pretty
Agreed.
fucking strong.
Agreed.
So
I can
if a
see-
10
yeah.
mile an hour, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Like,
Yeah,
and
now-
that's actually sounds pretty high if you
There
think
you
about
go.
it. But 100 miles an hour is just like that's one of those things that gets said and people repeat it and they're like, oh, that's true, 100 miles an hour. Whoa.
Yeah. Well, it's
Because
just
again,
like
it
me,
seems so
because-
fast, right?
Yeah.
Like you're like, I chew, and it's like the shit all over you, spit all over
It was
yourself.
on Popular Mechanics for Kids.
That one chick.
Jason Baruchel.
You said two names that are familiar, but I
Jason
don't think
Burch,
that
isn't he
name's-
the dude? It's like Seth Rogen's friend there.
Yeah, he's
That's
from.
Jay though. That's Jay.
That's what I said.
Jay-
Jay Baruchel.
Okay, yeah, exactly,
he's,
yeah.
He's from Popular Mechanics for Kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is him.
Look it up.
Yeah.
That is him.
Yeah.
Google knows that too.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
I think I may have actually seen something about the female is doing porn now
Yeah, with
from
me.
that. Eh?
With me, yeah.
Oh, right on,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, I film it and everything.
Check it out, Pornhub. That's profit.
Actually watched, you know what, man? I watched fucking, it wasn't porn, but I watched this video and it was like, I don't know if they were actually filming porn or if it was just a like video, because you couldn't see the actual like shit happening.
Yeah.
But like there's a guy filming with his camera or whatever, and there's another
Okay.
guy standing there eating a donut, and he hands it to the guy filming. And it's like a big black dude. He takes
Yeah.
a bite of it. And he goes like this, and he hands it to the guy fucking banging the chick, and Buddy takes a bite of it, and she's like, "What the fuck?"
That's hilarious.
But then I saw one yesterday, and it might even be the same dudes because it was another fucking like, it was like same like big black guy holding the camera kind of thing,
Yeah.
and it was like fucking. So there was like a caption, just like whatever. This is what happens, whatever, when you're filming porn or whatever. And shows like Buddy, and he's got these legs here, and he's like banging this chick or whatever, pretending to bang her or whatever, and she's freaking out. And then all of a sudden, it's just like a garden hose, just like spraying all over the camera guy. He's just like, and he's trying to get the shot. It goes on for like probably like 2 minutes. It's just spraying on him.
That's
She's
ridiculous.
freaking out and shit.
God damn.
Good old porn.
I saw one of
And
these.
Instagram, I guess.
I was gonna say I saw on Instagram. It was it showed this dude went into it was like a cam girl, like brothel basically. Like no one could go in there and
Nice.
and do anything, but it was like a bunch of like cam girl rooms. And these two
I think it.
I showed you this.
Yeah,
These two dudes sneak right in, and they fucking, while the girls are like literally live, one girl's like showing her ass, and he comes up with like this. I don't even know what it is. It's sticky.
It's one of those sticky, those sticky hands.
Yeah,
It's
I
like big,
know.
stretchy,
exactly.
sticky
And he
hands.
throws it right on her ass perfectly. Yeah. Yeah.
No.
And then he goes into like a bunch of other rooms and keeps throwing shit. Yeah, it was hilarious. Yeah, I think I've seen that on Barstool, to be honest with
Can
you.
you just imagine being one of the dudes watching this fucking cam girl and all of a sudden
Yeah.
fucking a big sticky hand comes
From
in
out
the
of nowhere, you know?
Yeah,
They'd be
you're
like, is that edited in? Or,
That's funny shit.
Yeah.
yeah, stop jerking off, close the laptop. You're like,
just shut
Ruined
it
it.
Just
down.
ruined it.
that guy ruined it. Now it's a joke. Now it's funny.
Because she was probably all like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Like-
yeah. That's so funny, though.
That was actually totally involuntary.
I actually brought that up recently. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't think he's meowed in the last few episodes.
The last one I was saying to Ben, the last one I did, and I was like, whenever I did it, I was like, oh wait, it felt so weird because I haven't done it in a while.
Yeah.
Oh well,
I've got such
Figure
a
it out
great idea.
yourself.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. By
things
the
come and go.
I'm planning it all out.
Oh yeah.
The meow mix.
The DL.
Meow mix, nice.
Meow mix, please deliver. Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So,
shout out Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie. Shout out Pat.
That's tonight?
Yeah, it's
They're
I
in
think
here
it's like
right
already
now.
over because Pat sent me a video. Whenever I was upstairs earlier, Pat sent me a video of Marilyn Manson playing.
Pretty badass.
He sent me the best video too. It was Rock Show. Or
Is he
whatever,
up
or
front?
not
He's
Rock
right
Show,
close to the front there. Is that where you sent me those pictures from?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, yeah. I had to process the words you said there.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, I just tell me.
Yo.
Yo. Oh, actually, you know what?
We'll
Fucking,
have
I
to
got
chop.
something to say.
I do too, and I have to actually mention this now, and we might actually have to chop this out, alright, of this. That's right. But you're going to have to do this to the other one anyway. I was just asked. And I kind of wanted to say something because you're uploading, right?
Yeah.
He actually needs you to take something out of that.
What is it?
The second verse.
Oh, okay.
Can't release it. Yeah. When he went hard there after like stumbling for a bit, that he can't put that
Oh,
out.
dirty.
So we
That
need to
sucks.
cut that, and now we need to cut this because we obviously
Okay,
don't.
perfect, because I'm going to go into something here, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I also want to say happy birthday to my brother because
Yo,
today is his
yeah,
fucking
man.
brother, or is his birthday.
Happy birthday.
So shout out Andrew, happy birthday. We actually had him on the podcast. You can go back and see him at some point. Probably like 2 or 3 or something. Episode 2.
Yeah. Shout
But
out
yeah.
to our first guest ever. Number
Fucking
one.
right. Oh yeah, he was.
No,
too.
not
Oh,
number
no.
one. Jamie. Shout out Jamie. Number one.
Oh, truth.
Andrew was like 2 or 3 early.
Yeah.
Early on.
But yeah, happy birthday, man.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, he's getting up there. Yeah.
That's right. Another trip around the sun. Yeah, man. Whenever I
Nice.
seen that today, I was like, yo, fucking, you guys got close birthdays.
Yeah, so me and him
Week
are
apart.
2 weeks apart.
2 weeks.
But here,
Oh, yeah.
so
2
like
weeks, of course.
like a friend of mine from like high school and shit. Like I went to the prom and stuff with her. And Andrew's birthday is today, the 16th. Her birthday is the 23rd, next Friday,
Yeah.
and my
yours
birthday is the
after.
30th, the next Friday.
Yeah.
And then on top of that too, my dad's birthday is the 26th of August. And so many people I know
Crazy.
are like 28, 29, like 31,
Yeah.
like of August or whatever. But at the same time too, my brother and my mom are both in July. So we're all like within 2 months.
Your older brother.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. Actually,
Shout out Tyler too.
Yeah, shout out Tyler. Shout out the whole Johnson family.
Yeah.
We love all y'all.
Gang.
Yeah, man. For me, I know the most people with the closest birthdays in September.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah.
Well, like
Yeah,
it's not like
yeah.
family for me. Just going off that topic.
Yeah, no, I was trying to think of when your birthday was though. But yeah,
Oh, it's
no,
not.
I know,
So my
yeah.
birthday doesn't land in this cluster.
Oh, yeah.
but it's,
oh, you mean like to that? Yeah.
yeah,
Well, no,
it's-
but it's July, isn't it?
Mine's July. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's fucking because my mom's the 4th of July. My
Okay.
brother's the 22nd of July,
Okay. Yeah.
and then the 16th of August is Andrew,
Okay.
and then the 30th is me.
Yeah.
We're all in like the same 2
You're really
months.
close.
like,
Yeah. Well, my mom's birthday is the 20th of June.
yeah.
So close
So
to
even,
mine, not even
yeah.
a month. And then now my baby girl, Stevie, she's literally a month and a day. A month and a day.
It's good though. So we'll usually wait until like late August,
Yeah.
and then we'll just like all go out for dinner
Yeah.
or whatever. Be like,
Yeah.
"Happy birthday,"
Celebrate
whatever,
everybody's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Really cool. Yeah. I got it. It goes.
Got a lighter. This one's not working for some reason.
Oh shit! The big lighter's running dry.
Yeah, I got
You
one.
know what?
Yeah, for me in September it goes Chad, Zach. They're literally one day apart.
Oh yeah, and
9th and the
and
10th.
my son's the 9th. Who's
Of
September?
what?
September.
Chad.
No,
9th.
oh yeah, actually, me and Chad already. Yeah, okay,
yeah. And
me
then Zach's birthday is literally the day after Chad's.
okay,
Two
yeah.
of my best friends
The 10th.
ever. Yeah.
One of my buddies, whenever we were like,
That's Zach.
whenever I was like little, was
Yeah.
the 10th.
And
Yeah.
then Danielle's is the 13th.
Oh,
Steve's.
but you know why though, right? That's fucking Christmas and New Year's sex.
Yeah, it is. Yep. September babies are New Year's
Yeah.
sex for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is correct.
yeah.
That
Except
is
Bentley, I found out. I think we found out like just just after New Year's or something, or just
Okay.
around New Year's maybe.
Yeah.
So like she would have already been, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't
If you
know.
found
but
out,
either way,
then,
yeah. Either
Well,
way, I
you
always
never
thought
know.
that. I'm like, I'm the 30th of August. That's basically like the 9th month now. You know what I mean? Like it's like just going into
Yeah,
September or
yeah,
whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh wait, that's
Put your two together.
Yeah.
Birthday sex. Yeah. I had the same feeling for me because my dad was born on like November 15th and I'm born July 15th. But
Uh,
it's actually works out.
Oh yeah, though I was thinking the other way from your birthday to his, but
Yeah. That works out to like literally a T. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, and then Steve's shit, man. It's bad that I forget Steve's. I think Steve's is actually later in the month, I want to say. After all of them. There was someone else that was a part of the group that was actually the same week as Chad, Zach, and Danielle, but
Speaking of birthdays, me and fucking Jonesy had our champagne birthdays on the same year, 4 months
Same
apart.
year, yeah.
Fucking right.
Thirty
And,
on the
Champagne
30th.
birthdays?
yeah, and the same.
30
fucking-
on the 30th.
I was gonna say that, but I
yeah,
didn't want to give it
man.
away.
No, that's what I
But
thought.
yeah.
I never had the opportunity because I was 15
And I never-
on the 15th, so I wasn't drinking.
And I
at that
never
age.
figured it out until we were sitting. I think we were upstairs, and it was your birthday,
Yeah.
and we were sitting here, and all of a sudden, I went, "Wait, we're the same age." So I'm like, "Today's the 30th." I'm like, "Is it today?" And you're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Yeah."
That was whenever there was like a few people here, like his
I
cousin.
forget.
I think we recorded This Is All I Know that day. I
Yeah,
remember
could be.
the one birthday, first song ever. We're talking first song ever. We
Yeah, you're right.
Collabed
Once,
on,
yeah.
yeah. And I remember that was actually too. I recorded my verse that night, and that was the first time I ever did any of my shit in front of people that I wasn't.
Was Gordo here that night, or was he? Was it
Gordo
like
was here that night.
Oh wait, was that the night someone was playing, or not playing drums, but someone was sitting at the drums, and I remember
Yeah.
recording something.
I think Darius probably, eh? Because
Okay,
your
yeah.
cousin Darius was here 100%. Shannon was down here. Gord was here. Your
I
brother
remember-
John was here, but he had left. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
It's all
and
coming
then-
back to me
Fuck,
now.
that would have been a couple years ago, though, wasn't it?
That was like 2 or 3, man, at least. Now.
Could be more than that, actually.
I think it
Wow.
was 2 or 3 because we've been together on that night a few times, and I bring it up every time. Oh, it's been a year since we recorded that verse. Oh, it's been 2. You know, I'm one of those guys. I'll always do that shit.
Yeah,
I'll be
you're
like,
always
yo,
like-
I remember when we were here a year ago. Remember this?
The
And that?"
craziest memory from like, and he just like pinpoints these things, that
Yeah,
connects
man,
these
I-
dots.
at
Yeah.
work.
See,
I remember
I-
that because of that.
For me, it's like sometimes I can, you know what I mean? Like I know, oh shit, stumbling. October 25th, 2000. I went to see No Use for a Name at Barrymore's,
Dope.
and like so every fucking October 25th, like
Yeah, I've done
you
that.
know, and,
November.
and that was my first like fucking like concert and shit. Like not concert, but like big band that I went to see and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. I always do the same for November 24th when we first saw MGK.
Oh yeah,
All
oh
of
yeah,
us
okay.
too.
Yeah.
Like everyone was there. Liam, Chad, Danielle.
Well, and then the other thing too is fucking October 20th, I think was a Friday. And so my buddy that I hung out with had a hot sister. And I think she wanted me. And so we were going to get drunk at their cousin's house. And turns out that her parents didn't leave. So then like we ended up going and like getting booze and like chilling in the park.
Yeah.
Then her cousin just like left, and like we couldn't find her brother, and like so this party turned into just like me and her drinking in the park. And so that was October 20th that same year or whatever, right? And then like it was shortly after that we like started dating. I think I
Okay.
want to say like the 8th of November, I think.
Yeah.
And then I think I lost my virginity on the 12th.
Ha. 4
shit.
days.
Yeah.
Moving
Fucking
quick.
right. Yeah.
That's great.
I don't know what that had to do. Oh yeah, the date thing, remembering
Yeah.
shit. But see, like that kind of shit was like that all happened like really quick. And it
Yeah.
was like my first like real like well not real girlfriend, but you know what I mean? Like my first like fucking all that shit.
Yeah,
and then
yeah, of
and then like
course.
the first like it was the first big band I went to see and like all this, you know.
Yeah,
So I
he
was like they
baked
stick in my
firsts
head.
for a week. Yeah.
But yeah, so like some things will stick in my head like that, but like at the same time too, like sometimes it's hard for me to recall. Like you could even say like, oh yeah, it was a year ago today. We were here doing
Yeah.
the same thing, and I'd be like, I do remember his birthday, and I do remember getting drunk, but I don't remember where we were or what we did.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
But-
just it's things. You know what I mean? Like, I guess it's hard to just like come up. I'd be like,
but I know what you
That
mean when they
was-
come up. It's like
yeah. I'd be like, so we were here on his birthday last year. It's his birthday today. You know what I mean? So then I'd be like, just things like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But as for work, like with Ben and I though, it's weird because I'll literally like remember when we were like on a site at like usually though it's like it's got to be more than just your average day though. Like I'll always remember it's like Canada Day is a good giveaway because I'll be like, yeah, we were on this site and I remember being excited for like having the 3 days off and Ben was off those days because
Yeah.
you take those days
Like
off.
I get asked a lot, like, oh, where like if you're at like a certain site or whatever, and, like,
yeah.
and yeah, he just
Yeah,
knows it.
Man, don't you remember? Yeah, I'm used to getting the man. You're like,
But it's connecting the dots,
How?
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
because like you're like, oh, I remember that
backtrack.
because of this thing that I did on this day.
yeah.
And I'm like, how do you remember that? How do you remember that you did that thing on that day? Like,
But
can't
see, like,
remember
and
that,
that's kind of like almost now that I think about it, kind of what I was getting at was that I can recall like things like that sometimes. But if you ask me like what I did on Wednesday this week,
ooh,
I'd probably be able to figure it out. Some of the things I did,
Yeah.
but even right now thinking of it, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, even earlier, I was talking to a buddy and I was like, yeah, so that was on Wednesday. No, that was Tuesday, and then on and then like that yesterday was Thursday, but then I was like, oh, and I was like, whatever. Anyways, point is, I was all confused, but I remembered what I did on Tuesday. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I never went through a Wednesday, and I now don't recall Wednesday. But
Yeah.
anyways, point
it's
is,
like
if
a
you
dream.
ask
The
me,
more you try to think about it,
Yeah,
the less
that's
you can
yeah.
remember.
I got off
Yeah.
my point, but basically, like, yeah, if you ask me what I did on Wednesday, I'm not too sure. I'd probably figure it out,
Yeah.
but I can recall like certain things
Yeah.
at certain times, and like, you know what I mean.
yeah, for sure.
Like even sometimes people argue with me on like cars and shit. Like, man, remember we saw that fucking we were driving right here and we saw that Lambo, and they'll be like,
Yeah.
yeah, that fucking purple one. And, like, it was yellow, man.
yeah.
And they're like, no, man, it was purple. And I'm like, man, I can when we drove there, I watched
Yeah.
it go by in my head. You know what I mean? Like I replayed that memory in my head.
Yeah.
So some things I'm just like so sure of that I remember.
Yeah.
But
I know that for sure. Like it's like, yo, don't even test me, man. Like, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like it's like burnt in my memory that it
Yeah.
was like that color. This is how it happened. Like if you're saying it some other way,
I will.
But
then,
it could
like,
be
you
wrong.
gotta
though.
Well, no, I
You
was
gotta
no.
be the
That's just
crazy
that.
one.
That's just it. I
Yeah.
was just gonna say the like it could also be that you've now made up that memory of that color
Exactly.
or whatever. Because
Yeah.
I've even had situations where people. You ever have someone be like, "Man, do you remember this happened?" You're like, "No," and they're like, "Yeah, I remember fucking we were at Jonesy's or whatever, you know, or whatever, right?"
Yeah.
No, I don't remember. Yeah, because remember the guy came and like he like smashed the bottle or like whatever,
Yeah,
right? And this
yeah.
happened. Like, no, I don't really remember. I'm like, oh wait, like yeah, was Zach there? Like yeah, he was. I'm like, hey, yeah,
You slowly,
I think
like,
I was there. Yeah. And then you're like, oh no, wait, that was the weekend that you were camping. So then now they've like totally told, but
They
in
put
your
the
head,
same
you,
situation
but
in
in your
different
head,
location or
you
whatever.
fucking,
Yeah.
you've pictured the story that they just told you, and you're like,
You're like,
yeah, I was in the
there.
room at the time or
Totally
whatever,
remember
right?
that.
'Cause
So my point is that the same thing, you could have like created
like
that memory of
blending.
like, you're like
Yeah.
picturing a Ferrari, a yellow
Yeah.
Ferrari, but it's
Well, when
actually
you're
a purple Lambo.
when you're so used to something, right? Like down here, for example, you know what I mean? Let's say might be hard, but like, yeah, so you're so used to down here, but let's say we go to someone else's podcast or studio and like something crazy happens that you probably actually wouldn't forget that. Fuck.
No, exactly. Yeah.
But you know what I'm trying to say? It would be like something you're familiar with, but then going somewhere else and having, you know what I mean? Like the Lambo, for instance. You see Lambos like rare,
Well,
every once in a while, but like, so you and your friend saw one yellow. And then you're driving around like we are at work and, we see like a purple one or whatever. And then a couple days later, someone's like, yo, remember that Lambo? And you're like, yeah, I remember seeing it with you, but then your last memory was a purple Lambo. You know what I
You
mean?
don't remember
yeah,
who it
I
was.
see what you
Then
mean.
that's-
Yeah, now you're using this other,
Yeah.
using this other memory. But then that, I guess that works in the same way too. Of like, yeah, look, I was there when the guy smashed the bottle
Yeah.
because I can picture fucking Ben's house, and
Yeah.
I can, you know what I mean, and I know that guy or whatever, right?
Mhm.
But yeah. So at the same time too, when I say that, when I say I'm sure of some memories, I also will say there's the odds that I've created it
Yeah.
my way or whatever.
And that's the power of the brain.
Yeah. But you know what's funny though is I actually have a pretty good recollection, but it takes a while.
Yeah.
Like the other night, I had a conversation. Actually, maybe that was Wednesday night then. That might have been what I did Wednesday. I can't remember.
It's
But anyways,
happening right now.
I was hanging out with a couple of my buddies, and oh shit, no, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so he there recollection, but so we're talking about this couple or whatever, and I was like, oh yeah, fuck, I'm like, man, I hadn't seen that guy in forever, whatever. Yeah, I saw him at this fucking party, whatever, and I'm like, yeah, we were out, like at a like maybe a stag and do or something, or wedding reception or something. But anyways, we're all partying there. We go back to one of my buddies' place after, and they were like, yeah, we'll meet you there, whatever. And they ended up showing up like pretty late and whatever. But anyways, doesn't even matter. I was telling this guy the story. It had to do with something that happened that night or whatever. Nothing crazy, but just something that he brought up, and I was like, oh yeah. So anyways, doesn't even matter. So I'm getting off topic. So then
It
I
happens.
said, yeah, I was like, yeah, they showed up afterwards, and I was like, yeah, fuck, they were with somebody though. And he's like, was it this person? And I'm like, fuck, they were with them earlier.
Yeah.
And he's like, was it this person? I'm like, oh no, not that. Was it this person? I'm like, fuck no. And I'm like, man, I'll probably never remember. And it was one of those things that, like when you just forget something and you're like, oh man, and you just want to remember that
Yeah.
before anything goes on.
Totally.
I was sitting there like, it bothered me so much. So finally I just gave up. I'm like, fuck it, whatever. And just today, man, I was like,
It just pops in
yeah, I
your
was like,
head.
it was this guy. And I was like, what the fuck,
That's
man?
crazy.
So I texted my buddy, like, remember we had this conversation about this and that? He's like, yeah, lol.
It's
And I'm
worse
like,
when they don't remember, and then you have to try to like describe the situation. Remember the time we were having this conversation, and I couldn't remember
Yeah,
this thing.
we were at this guy's house. We were on the porch, like, and then in the end, all it is like, okay, yeah, I think I remember the conversation. Yeah, it was this guy.
That's funny.
Great, but no, or even like, for instance, this is a good one. I was watching this show, and it was this guy. He goes around. It's called Still Standing, and it's like this Canadian comedian. And he goes across Canada to all these small towns. Like he went to like Eganville and Calabogie and shit like that.
Okay.
But he goes to all these small towns, and what it is like the reason why it's called Still Standing is because these towns were there for like say mining or logging or like whatever, and they're still standing,
Right.
because like the industry's gone or whatever, but it's still standing. And anyway, so he goes there and he'll like, I think he stays there for a week, and he'll go and he like meets with the mayor, and he'll meet with like the people will tell him, who to talk to. Like, oh, go to talk to fucking like Guitar Jim on the corner over there, like,
Guitar
whatever.
Jim.
Yeah, I don't know. I always there playing the guitar. But no, so he would go and he would find like he would basically go and find out the characteristics of the town or whatever, right? And then at the end of the week, all the town comes and he does a like stand-up comedy bit
Oh,
about the
nice.
whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, that's pretty sick.
And it's pretty good. Like it actually like some of it's like, you know, he's not like brutal about it because a lot of it's like old people and shit there. So he's not like brutal or anything, but he's like teasing people and stuff and whatever. But it's pretty good. But point is he was in I can't even think of it now. This is gonna bug me because this is one of those things. But anyways,
It's like a movie or something, or like
no, he was in a town in Ottawa or in Ontario. I mean, Omimi is what it's
Mimi.
called. Yeah, and
Is this a town?
Omimi. Yeah, like I think it's OMEME
Never heard of it.
maybe or something. I never heard of it until this either. But so turns out that fucking Neil Young is from Omimi, Ontario.
What?
I think Neil Young or Neil Diamond, but I think it's Neil Young. And he's the one with like the very distinct voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then it's Neil Young. So he's from Omimi, Ontario. So then the guy that's doing the interviews and shit, because he's going around getting all the shit right. So he went and hung out with this old lad that was like friends with Neil Young whenever he was a kid. And he said, like, you know how they fill the cracks with those shit, with the like black shit on the roads and stuff?
Yeah.
I guess they like picked it up and he like told Neil Young to eat it.
What?
And I'm getting off topic, but he told Neil Young to eat it and he was like, yeah, chew on it. And he was like, no, like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, it's like gum or something. He's like, once you chew it long enough, it turns into like candy or something or whatever. And he gave
Gotta
it
be
to him.
gullible
And
as
so then
fuck.
he ended up eating it. Well, these guys, they're like little kids, right? So then he ends up, Neil Young, he ends up eating it. And he's like, oh, it tastes like fucking whatever, you know, it tastes like shit, whatever. He's like, no, just keep chewing it or whatever. Like keep chewing it, it turns into candy. But anyway, so this old guy's telling this story, but again, I'm getting off topic. But so my whole point, I'm talking about the recollection thing, is
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
telling my buddy this story or whatever, right? And I was like, I can't remember the name of the town of from Ontario or whatever. And my buddy, he's like pretty smart dude, but he's like, he's from Toronto. He's from Toronto. He's from Toronto. He's from Toronto. And like maybe it's like a town that's like just outside of Toronto, and they call it Toronto, but it's like it was something, you know, I can't remember. So then I look it up, and it's like Toronto, born in Toronto, lived in Toronto or whatever, grew up or whatever, right? I'm like, fuck. I'm like, now I look like an idiot, but I'm like, I saw it on this fucking show. Like, I swear to fucking God. But anyways, it was either right whenever I left that night, like later that night, or it might have been the next night. But either way, I remember driving and I fucking was like, oh, wait a second. Oh, Mimi. I pulled up my phone and texted him. I was like, oh, Mimi, Ontario. Yeah. And he knew. He's still like, do this a lot with him. Me and him have a lot of good talks or whatever. Well, Ryan, like Kayla's boyfriend or whatever. So like me and him like talk about like all kinds of shit. And he used to live in the States for a bit too, and like so he like taught me a little, like, not that there's a whole lot to know, but he taught me like little things about their culture and stuff. Not that it's that far off either. But anyways, point is, me and him have some good talks and shit. So then I was like, since then I still do that. Like we'll fucking talk about something. Like I can't remember what it's called, but it's something. Then I'll leave and be like, oh yeah, and text them, or like, you know, it'll be the next day. I'll text them and be like, yeah, it's this. So he knows whenever he gets it, he's like, oh yeah, or he'll think about it for a bit and be like, yeah, that's right. But yeah, so I can like recollect things like that, but it's like I don't even know if that's recollect, but whatever. But yeah, so I like sometimes my memory's good, other times no. Like I like right now I kind of forget why I'm even saying it all.
I guess that means we're a little too high.
Yeah.
At least I know I am.
Might have got way too high. That's actually a sick song.
You grabbed me brewski?
Yeah. What's the girl's name? Jenna Aiko and
Big Sean?
Absol.
Absol.
Way too high. WTH.
WTH.
Way too high.
Her song with Childish Gambino is dope. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe to our YouTube page and all of our social media pages.
For G Audio Podcast.
Yeah, seriously, get at the at 4G Audio Podcast
That's what's up.
at Styles with a Z, the with an A, Profit at Jonesy 333.
all the
And
socials will
you'll
be
find them everywhere.
under this video
Sorry.
probably.
No, I only did that because the other day I was thinking, I'm like, you know what, man, I can never tell them to follow me. Oh, that's for you, sorry.
They know.
You want to play a question game, Styles?
Oh god, what is it? Is it the same one?
Yeah. You want to answer them?
Okay,
Yeah.
this could take a while. Okay, go.
All right. Let's get into it.
I will say right now, before anything happens, no offense to tacos, I do really, really, really like tacos.
That's great.
Okay.
You can't just pre-answer the questions.
No, I'm not.
I kind of want to go with it.
Do it.
Pizza or tacos?
Pizza.
Gin or vodka?
Oh. Where am I going?
What are you doing?
Yeah, what am I doing?
I don't know. You have to create that situation for yourself.
If I'm getting white girl wasted, I'll probably get vodka.
Yeah.
But if I'm like gonna get, I was gonna say sophisticated wasted, but I don't think that's a thing. That actually rhymed too.
I mean, I guess it could,
Wasted.
but
Sophisticated wasted. But a little bit. But yeah, if I was trying to like maybe be a little bit more normal, I'd probably drink gin and tonic and like
yeah,
sit them down.
like the gin tonic. Powerade or Gatorade?
Fuck, I drink a lot of Powerade,
Yeah,
but Gatorade does offer some flavors that Powerade doesn't.
yeah.
So
true
the
sense.
very odd time I'll have a Powerade, but yeah, Gatorade.
All right. Tattoos or piercings?
On girls or on me?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I thought that Cafe was gonna say that the other day.
Yeah. I'll go with on girls, so the next one will lead in well.
Tattoos.
Tattoos.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends where the piercings are too, I guess. Like if they're not visible, that's cool. That's probably cool too.
Boobs or booty?
I'm an everything guy.
Everything.
It has to be like, and not that
Unity
everything,
for all.
and like a good mixture. Not like it doesn't. I guess it doesn't have to be perfect. Perfect would be perfect, but yeah, I'm all around. It's got to be everything. Like, because like you can't just have like a nice booty, and like, what about their face?
Yeah.
And what if their boobs are weird?
What if their
Boobs
boobs are weird?
like short or something, or like I don't know.
Now we're getting
So
into
yeah,
it.
so I'm just gonna say I like all around everything.
all around. What about deep sea or outer space?
Again, I think maybe outer space because that costs more, and that's if I'm saying this in the context that maybe I'm getting this trip for free.
yeah.
So I'll take the free space ride, and then I'll try and like pay someone to get in a submarine and shit.
Never laugh again or never use your smartphone again.
Oh man. Okay.
I feel like I lost my lighter. Is my lighter
Oh,
somewhere
it's in my
around
hand.
here? Oh,
Sorry.
damn. Thanks, bro.
So
Didn't even know.
so I'm gonna fuck your question on you, but
Just do it.
so you said smartphone. So that means I could still have some kind of phone.
Yeah.
So like I could just get like a
Just
flip
not
phone and
one
text
of
people.
these kind of phones. You know?
So I would definitely go with not use a smartphone because I love laughing.
Definitely. Would you rather be gossiped about or never talked about at all?
Actually, fuck. Yeah, I just constantly wanted to like debunk them, or not debunk them, but like, so
Yeah.
gossiped about could be like, oh, he just cashed $1 million check.
Yeah, it could
you
be a good
know?
thing. It just
And,
means
like-
being talked about,
And
right?
yeah, at the same time, that's like free publicity.
Yeah.
So let's go with always be gossiped
Yeah.
about or whatever.
Yeah, be gossiped about. Damn right. Forget who you are or forget who everyone else was or is.
Forget who man. Tough because I want to know who everyone else is, I guess. But it'd be better to know who you were, because then you're not starting off at zero again.
Yeah, yeah. It's a tough one though, eh? Is that your answer?
What
Yeah.
was it?
That was your answer?
Yeah.
Born with an elephant trunk or a giraffe neck?
Depends where you're putting that elephant trunk. That's difficult. I don't want it on my face. Probably a giraffe neck though. Yeah, that's probably
Be forgotten about or hatefully remembered?
yeah. You call them haters, I call them fans though.
That's what's up.
That's my final answer, I guess. I don't know.
Alright.
I was gonna go further and just end up saying like be forgotten, but
That's
I
fine.
realized if that was my first initial answer, then yeah, be hated, I guess.
That's what's up. Would you rather fight Mike Tyson or talk to him for the rest of your life?
See, like I'd want to talk to him for the rest of my life because there's a lot of clout there. There's clout to be had.
Man, it just came out that he smokes $40,000 worth of marijuana a month.
Holy
No
fuck!
way.
That has fucking
Google it, Magic Man.
that has fucking Wiz Khalifa beat, because Wiz Khalifa said that in an interview this a few years ago, he said that he smokes $10,000 a month, but then in an interview recently in the last like 6 months or so, I didn't see the interview, but I saw an article that said
You know, it's
he's-
so funny.
he
Legit,
said
I
he
just like
smokes more now, but he
Yeah.
didn't say a price.
Okay.
so. I just all I typed in from my side, I just opened up the Safari, Google, whatever.
Yeah.
Typed in Mike Tyson, nothing else. Mike Tyson.
And let me guess.
The very first one on the news thing. My business partner and I smoke about 40K Indian hemp monthly.
Yeah.
/ Mike Tyson.
Oh my god, you know
Yeah.
what's fucking hilarious about that and kind of scary? Our phones are listening to us.
Oh.
They're listening. Why
Because
is
I've done the same thing, and it's like, I get it. Like, okay, maybe that's like a hot topic right now, and it just happened to pop up, so I'll give it that. But at the same time, like, I've typed in stuff. It's like me and somebody will be talking about like fucking. Oh, I fucking got this like old chainsaw. Like, oh, what is it? Oh,
Yeah.
it's 98 or whatever. Like, oh, he needs a part for it or whatever. Like, how do you fix this or whatever, right? Be something like super specific, and I'll be like, 1998, and it's like Husqvarna fucking 270, fucking like whatever, blah blah blah. How do you fucking or whatever? And I'm like,
Yeah.
that
This
was
is-
pretty fucking specific. Like you guys
Yeah.
are listening,
this? Yo, I'm sorry. Like
but
40, like so, 40K a month, right?
okay. But here's the thing.
This guy's
Sorry.
saying Indian hemp. What the fuck? I thought hemp was like not a smokable product.
Yeah, it's
I don't
like
know.
it's more material.
It is a
than
smokable
is-
product, but it's the same as weed. But I think it's like males maybe or something, or it's a different like whatever. But it's the same thing. Like if you saw the plants and stuff,
Yeah.
it's basically like the
Yeah,
same.
yeah,
so
it's
you,
more the
you
plant.
can smoke it, but it's not a fucking.
It's not gonna get high.
Yeah,
There's
like
no
there's
bud
only
THC
CBD
or
I think
yeah.
in it. Yeah.
Hmm.
But here's the thing: is I did the math one day whenever I heard $10,000 from Wiz Khalifa, and like
An ounce
So-
a day.
I also have heard that weed's really expensive in the States. Like I've heard like
Oh man, it's
$300 an ounce and shit
yeah,
like that.
it's almost twice.
So if you factor all that in and think of $1,000 or not $1,000, sorry, an ounce a day, easily, probably more, because he's probably not just by himself, right? So like he's rolling up joints, passing them around. You
Yeah.
roll a joint, or like you roll up like 10 joints for everybody. You know what I mean? So it's probably not just him smoking it. So like you could
Definitely.
easily smoke a fucking like quarter pound a day
Yeah.
doing that.
May
'Cause, like,
roll a quarter
He has
pound a day,
he has a
but
video where he's like, also fuck, he's probably doing it for the video too, but he has like a fucking huge bag of weed, and then he's got like a fucking Ziploc, like a regular fucking Ziploc bag, like a sandwich bag. And he's got it in the bag of weed, and he's going like this, and he's just like stuffing weed into it, and like. To me, I'm assuming he's like getting ready for the day, or he's like going to the
Yeah.
studio or something. He's just like stuffing weed into a bag, just like, and like if you really stuff weed into one of those, like depending on the weed, like you can get like 3 ounces in one of those.
oh,
And
no doubt.
so I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and like, so with all this, like, do the math and figure it out. It's expensive and whatever.
Mm.
You could fucking smoke $10,000 of weed in a month, but
Oh,
the 40,000 thing is a little crazy. I
That's
wonder if they're
rough.
smoking like dabs and shit too, because that could be fucking crazy expensive. You're just like dumping grams of
yeah, you're right.
diamonds
Yeah,
into
that
your
would.
fucking.
Yeah,
Woo!
yeah, that's crazy, man. 40K a month.
Yeah,
Craziness.
like fuck. You can donate that to me, and I'll smoke that weed.
That's
I'm
funny.
sipping on the finest
Mineral water.
carbonated lemon flavored mineral water from Farm Boy.
Would you rather lick an old man's stinky armpit or chew on a rotten yellow toenail?
Toenail.
Just throws it out there.
Toenail.
Fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
I'm probably going with the 100 horses because you could stomp them
Yeah,
like little dogs and
yeah,
stuff.
just like kick them around.
Or
and
yeah,
shit.
like you could kick the first few to get them like pushed back and push
Yeah.
like the next line back as well.
Yeah.
And then as the third line comes, you can like stomp a few of those ones. And then like and then the first two rows will be like stopping up the other row,
He's ready for the fucking duck-sized horse
yeah,
apocalypse.
fucking right. I have like drawings all over my wall and shit at home.
That's great.
I don't know, I can't get the fucking proportions right on a duck-sized horse, but
Would you rather go about your day naked or fall asleep for a whole year?
wait, what was the first one?
Go about your day naked.
One day, 24 hours.
Yeah, just a whole 24 hours.
Yeah, I'd have to do that one.
Yeah, of course.
Two things is, one is that I don't have to leave the house.
Yeah.
What if you do, though?
Well, no, I'm saying you didn't have, or you didn't say I had to.
No, it's just
But-
about your
but,
day, your
yeah,
day. This
if
is
I-
you.
Yeah, I guess
Whatever
if
you
you
can
like,
do.
yeah.
So my day is going to work. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah. But I mean, like, I could call in sick and just be like hiding. But no,
Yeah.
the other thing is if I fall asleep for a year, fucking, I won't see my kid and shit.
It's a long time, man.
You
A
have, like,
year
a
is a long time.
Good dreams and shit, but
Yeah,
it's a long time.
I would hope, anyways.
And like, you probably get like fat and shit.
Oh fuck, man, bed sores.
Oh,
You probably
shit.
die.
You made my answer easier than
Yeah.
no, not just the bed sores. It'd be just the way we talked it out there.
All right. Last but not least, would you rather live for one life that lasts 1,000 years, or live 10 lives that last 100 years each?
Yeah, I think I have to go with the 100 years, or like 100 years.
10, yeah.
Because, yeah,
1,000 years is a long time.
yeah.
100 years is a long time too, really, if you think about
It
it.
is.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Do a lot
But
in
I
100
think
years.
it would be cool, like doing it all over. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, like it would be better if you had the knowledge.
of course. Yeah.
By the time you turned fucking 900 and whatever.
Like,
you
oh, it's
had
all
the
good.
knowledge of
I'll fix that in the next life. I'll do
Yeah.
that in my next life. No. Yeah.
But even if you had no recollection, I'd still rather the 10, just because 1,000 years is a long time. And again, even if I think I said this before, but even on if you only age till you were 60, and then live till 1,000 at that age,
Yeah.
or even if it was fucking whatever 40 even or whatever,
Yeah.
I still think living 1,000 years would be rough.
That's hefty, man.
Because the thing is like you'd have to find new friends and
You
shit.
would, you
but
would,
I guess at the same
like,
time
you
too,
would
you
see
could
a
still
lot of
do
people
that.
pass in
Yeah.
that time, you know?
Be weird.
Yeah,
I think too much into these questions, but
that's what they're all about. That's what they're all about.
fuck. I just want to say one thing. I want to thank Canamoods for the fucking backcountry, fucking White Russians or Russian creams. Thank you. That's what we were fucking smoking on.
Hell yeah.
You brought those to me at the higher class dining event,
Oh, yeah.
which we might try and get her on here. Miss
Shout out.
Cannafish, yeah. Shout out Miss Cannafish.
Come on out.
So yeah, we might try and, I was thinking about trying to get her on here. Maybe we'll do a little video at one of their dinners. Fucking right. Well, what are you boys saying?
Time to wrap it up. It's a
Yeah.
good hour and 20 minutes. So
Well,
Fucking right.
time
I'm
flew by.
sick of having all these weird people here anyways.
yeah, get me off your phone, laptop screen. I don't want to be here anymore, man. Get me out of this box. All right. We love you all. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on all the socials. 4G Audio Podcast. # Basement Weirdos. You already know what's up.
Don't forget to tell your friends.
yeah,
Tell them all.
tell 'em.
Braka.
Tell your parents, your grandparents, your cousins, your uncles, aunts. Tell them all. God, Jesus. Whoever you talk to.
Should we
during
tell
the
them
day.
about next week's fucking guest? Next week we're getting the Windex in here.
Oh, dude.
Gang. So look out for that one. It's coming soon. You already know what it is.
Keep your eyes peeled. All
Yeah.
right. Y'all have a good one.
Peace.
Catch you in the next one.
Braka.